accelerating with each hour.
Let the ceremony begin.
Hello. Hello. There's some people. Da Vinci Girl? She was second. Milo did first, but he didn't write. It did push the like button. Da Vinci Girl, Twin Cities. I didn't. I have to check your Bandcamp. I'd see the message on YouTube there. Wee, and Twin Cities wants hugs. I need a sample with hugs. I need to find some.
Hi.
Rabbit.
Hello.
So, first plan was trying something, with plugins, but on Sunday I discovered something. And I thought, I didn't make any tracks except one since the new season, since January, just one. So I figured, let's do something different again. Let's focus actually on making some sound. Really some sound. So starting from scratch, I still had used the CR78. I did some recording, and then I actually changed some stuff around and testing stuff to make it quite a bit more interesting. So it's a pretty basic rhythm, and I slowly did cut it up a bit, and then I did some routing. I did get rid of the effects from the CI78 and put some routing in that thing. Let's see, it's working. Sound is working. But I might even, it's a bit slow. I might even change the tempo a bit. I think that's already a bit better. And I was testing something because normally I have my screen sets. The basic one is just one window. When a Reaper starts, no matter what project, even if I load a saved one. And then I have a preset that I normally use, the screen set when I'm streaming, with the MIDI, the effects, the media, the envelopes, and some track stuff. And Then I have a screen set with, on the second monitor, the mixer. And I thought, I should use that a bit more to make some. And I tried the routing options. So I routed every drum tracks into at least one. I might even try to load something different into other, and there is the glitch 2 and some granular stuff. Yeah. So that should be working, actually. So making a bit more glitchy stuff. Why is that track wider? Hold on. No, it shouldn't be, but... So how are you doing? Hope you... Everything is okay. The shrimps are doing okay, also. Actually, what was it? Yesterday, I did see a small video with some... They were bigger. And I thought about, Twin Cities, little tiny, cute shrimps. And these ones were bigger and white with red dots. So, but I'm not a shrimp expert. But they were quite cute. But now I want to test to maybe send...
Hello.
That was my sample playing. Maybe send some different effects or audio into... I might even start the mixer first. Which one? Maybe let's see, the hi-hat. I might... Hi-hat. Where's my hi-hat? I might even do a bit smaller my window here. Then I need to pan. That works too. Should, but yeah, that works. So where are my hi-hats? Here. If I send them to a grainy stuff, it's not my day today. Let's make an effect here. Something, maybe the nothing too fancy or too fancy. Or maybe use the I could use Beam. Why not? Because yesterday I tried the unfiltered audio stuff and didn't quite work out. Maybe they need a bit more input to get something decent out of it. So presets, particles, drum, pan movements, smooth white cards, subtle magics. Hey, something. And now I need to, my hi-hats, do a new routing into Beam. And what is fantastic is actually, many say the routing options in Reaper are quite crazy. So let's see if I do solo the bean. I might use that one to make a bit some kind of effect. And if I do solo the grains here, you get some. That's interesting. But instead of the delay, I want to add distortion. So like, we got a glitchy beat. Glitchy. Where are my drums here? So I'm going to route the drums into here. And then let's add might need some water. Because I just had something to eat. Distortion. Maybe the side. That's maybe too much. That one actually is pretty hefty. We're getting there somewhere. Da Vinci Girl is doing lemon tea. Oh, I had a coworker who she's constantly getting cranky, cold, and the rim shot is still too loud. It's maybe a bit too much. So trying to layer different sounds, because the idea came. Guido, there he is. Guido gets the.
Hi.
Hello.
I was watching on Sunday, Synth Seeker, Luke, and he has his workflow. And I was watching it because then I was thinking, okay, Luke has his workflow with hardware and Ableton routing MIDI and all that stuff he does, and his very specific sounds and the push and even the new sound thing that he has. And but his when you look at the stuff he prepared in Ableton, it looks very minimalistic. There were some things laid out that he played live, mostly because he's actually recording. I can't do that, but it's very basic and very minimalistic. Doom Mongo. And I thought, because my mistake I'm quite often do, I try to add too much, because I have the option. I have too many plugins, and I'm trying to add different things that in the end they don't really fit together, and then I'm trying to kind of with that proggy idea to make I don't know, differences in, but it doesn't really work out. Instead of a more consistent minimalistic approach. So I'm trying that in the idea also to reduce buying too much plugins. But talking about plugins, there's a pretty good deal. Might grab that tomorrow. Plugin Alliance has a very good deal on the Kirchhoff EQ. So instead of buying the SSL dynamic EQ, I'm still waiting for my refund. I hope that works out. So I'm not gonna buy that anyway. Trusto. Trusto wants the fingers. Here, fingers. No, fingers. No. Ah.
Hi.
Hello.
So I'm gonna grab that one because the price is pretty. The thing is, the on the Tree Body Tech site, the price was already reduced a lot. It was about, they had a code with approximately $100. Smells great. Oh, smelly internet. And for quite a while, and I was, that's an interesting price. But even if you buy the Kirchhoff EQ at Tree Body Tech, you get a reduction code to use at Plugin Alliance. It's like the same thing that's happening with the when you buy unfiltered audio. You can add them into a cart at the unfiltered audio stuff site, and then once you go into the payment, you get transferred into the Plugin Alliance where they're hosting the stuff. Yeah, it's a bit I rather buy with Plugin Boutique than Plugin Alliance because I don't like the installer. But Kirchhoff EQ is sadly just available at Plugin Alliance, and because Plugin Boutique doesn't have it, and the other option is FabFilter, and even though as a member I get a bit of a reduced price, but it's still 140. Guido has a question also for yourself. So you're asking yourself questions. I do that in the morning when I'm looking in the mirror. How much plugins can you actually use? Well, that's a good question. I've never tried to, because I'm using Reaper, but I did notice it depends on the brand. Even though the CPU is still very slow, very low with Reaper, no matter how many you're loading plugins. But the problem is, I think it's the the UI video engine that is a bit too old, and you get, depending on the brand, especially when you're using, when I'm using stuff from Arturia, at some point, especially with MIDI, I get lags. So Reaper starts lagging. And I have to render out the audio and trying to unload the plugins, but definitely question myself in that regards. Yeah. Oh, so he's not talking about that. So yeah, I'm talking about how many plugins am I actually able to get familiar with and use on. Yeah, that's another question. I was watching someone else just before I was going live. The thing is, he talked about stuff, and I said, plugins can do so much stuff, and some tend, like myself and others, tend to buy too many, and in the end, you have no clue what many of them do. And you buy, oh, a new synthesizer, oh, a new, because the problem is they all there's always something. I just watched YouTube, and I seen UJam made a new filter and a new what was it, delay. I seen someone, I never heard of that brand, who made a plugin. It looked like kind of Lindrumish. I've never seen that brand. I had the advert on Facebook, and I checked. Interesting, but yeah, I already have one. Also, most buying a plugin I've already purchased. Yeah, that actually happened to me at Plugin Boutique once. I bought something, but not at Plugin Boutique, but I did buy it. I think I bought it on a deal somewhere, maybe Audio Deals or on the developer site, and suddenly the Plugin Boutique had a deal, and I bought it. And when I installed it, shit, I already had it. Oops. I contacted Plugin Boutique. They were kind of reluctant to give me a refund, because but normally it shouldn't happen that, even at Plugin Boutique, normally it shouldn't happen that you can buy it twice. But I'm not so sure about the site. It can happen that it doesn't show up. Oh, you already have that one. So DaVinci has stopped by Pleasant hosting and checking like stuff. Terminal, yeah, and fix, but yeah, it's the problem is the developers always come up. I've seen someone else actually made a new delay. I've seen a video on YouTube. I said, oh my goodness, I had already like 40 delays, 50 reverbs, 10 EQs, 50 compressors, and not even counting all the free stuff that you can grab at almost, oh my goodness, it's and in the end, especially with instruments, you come to a point, damn, oh, I actually had that one. I never used it. I bought it because I have the UVI Sonic Pass, and just that package would be enough to just use that one. No, I had to get the complete bundle from Melda. I had to get the V collection. I had to collect everything from D16, Cherry Audio. It's oh my, I could actually buy the Korg collection, but no, not this time. It's not buying this plugin anytime soon. me too, me too. Because I was always thinking about, I seen the Kirchhoff EQ. Of course, I did see the Fab filter so many times, people using that one. I was saying, yeah, Fab filter, interesting, but the price, not that much. So, and it took a long time to actually waiting on a Black Friday last year, and I actually bought something from FabFilter. The first time, actually, oh yeah, that's a good deal. I grabbed him, even though I have other delays and reverbs and yeah. But I watched a video that Dan Wowell was doing about comparing FabFilter EQ and the Kirchhoff. The funny thing is, the Kirchhoff is actually almost a clone, especially when it comes to UI. I didn't watch the whole shebang, but he was saying, that practically he was testing different settings and seeing if there's a difference in sound and stuff. And it was apparently, some say the Fab filter is sounding more metallic or plasticky, or I don't know, but I probably wouldn't hear that. Eddie Böse! I did manage to not get the Pro Q. There's hope. Yeah, but Fab filter pricing is quite high, so you're avoiding the risk that you could buy it. But yeah, the Kirchhoff was, normally it costs about 300. That's pretty high price. That's even more expensive than the Fab filter, because the Fab filter, I think, it's under 200, and as a member, I can grab it for 140. Still a lot of money for an EQ, but now the deal on the Kirchhoff is $60. That's interesting. But yeah, it's grab it or not. But yeah, it's also a mindset like Eddie Böse. Yeah, he has VCV rack and he has everything, but he has to build it, of course. But and yesterday there was it Uncle Chrome talking about, he had a patch where you could load a 16-channel delay in VCV rack, but he said it's quite CPU intensive. I can't imagine 16-channel delay. That's a if you have a Bitwig, yeah. Some say, and many say, if you have a door like Reaper, I install the stuff from Toucan on the rear pack and everything that's you can grab as JS plugins. You get compressors, EQs, distortion, and the Toucan Studios plugins. Yeah, they might not look as pretty as the Fab filter or the Kirchhoff or many other brands that maybe do very fancy hardware emulation like UAD and all that stuff. But yeah, sometimes you get people who go, I'm gonna still try. They might sound different. And Pro Q, his update was quite. Yeah, I was actually reluctant because Andy said he had bought quite a few Fab filter stuff, and once you are a member from Fab filter, and many brands do that, you get a reduced price. I could actually buy the whole shebang. That for once you buy everything, you get a pretty good price, but it's still very expensive. But do you really need all that stuff? Yeah, it's for oneself to decide. Facing resonance suppression, cool, Soothe, and the other ones. Yeah, I didn't get into the. I did see videos about the Soothe, and I can do almost the same thing with M dynamic EQ. It's maybe not so precise as the Soothe, but then again, yeah, do you really need that much kind of suppression? I don't know. It's name stupid. But when I saw a video about, I didn't really know much. I did know about the Kirchhoff EQ, but I didn't know the brand because I thought it was Plug-in Alliance. But then I found out, oh, it's a Chinese company, and then they published that resonance suppressor, and I said, it's cheaper than Soothe. It looks better, and then I installed the demo, and I said, ooh, that's really an interesting one. I actually bought it. There was an intro sale, and I also have curves and waves. Yeah, I do have just a few wave stuff. I'm not a real fan of waves anyway. So. I think it's overused. Yeah, but Eddie can only write with links. With the right, it's yeah, so sometimes but there were some brands I liked, I bought, mostly on a sale, because they was, it's interesting. And then they started publishing stuff. I'm not really liking this, or where the company was going. And I dropped like Audio Modern, Imaginando, that stuff. And I had terrible problem with Initial Audio that didn't really, it worked in standalone, but not in Reaper, all that crap. And then now with the SSL, kind of annoying that the site is always slow and not working. And yeah, they might have deals, but I would rather then grab a deal at Plugin Boutique than at SSL. But yeah. Is Soothe machine learning? That's a good question. I'm not so sure, actually. Because I know for its, the isotope stuff there is like Technivation that has some machine learning, because they're mostly doing these one button plugins with integrated machine AI learning stuff. Like the other company, I don't have anything from them. It's Sonable. I think I have one from Sonable. Let me just check my folders here. I think I did get one for free. Yeah, the Pure Limit. So I think it's the small version of the normal AI limiter. Some say it's interesting. Either way, I pass on Pro Q because I just didn't need it. Yeah, I can't say that now I really need the Kirchhoff. I do have plenty of EQs and dynamic EQs, but it looks nice. Especially VST is also important how it works on your system. Yeah, and I had some, because like with the system, I had terrible problems with, not all of them, with some of the Audio Modern stuff. And even Kai Jürgen had that problem when you loaded the Playbeat and that loop mix stuff. Making your own presets when the VST was loaded in Reaper didn't work at all. And there were some program bugs that didn't really work, like trying to play some preset banks didn't work in Reaper. It did work in Bitwig, for example, or in the standalone, but and apparently Audio Modern knew about it, but they didn't fix it. So that was already a reason, and then they came out with the like Dash Glitched said about the contact killer. And yeah, oh, it's free. Not really, with that new sample player thing. For me, I uninstalled everything from Audio Modern. With Imaginando, I was kind of happy, but the granular plugin was interesting, but it was a nightmare to make presets on your own. And then they finally made an update to VST 3, and all the presets that I got, even I think I paid for one, they didn't work anymore. I was loading the plugin and was going through the presets, and none of them worked. There was nothing coming out. And I checked, you couldn't download it, the presets anymore on the site. I could have contacted support again, and then I had bought BAM, that Groovebox thing. That thing only worked when you launched it in multi-output mode, because when you launched it in Reaper on a stereo channel, nothing was actually, you could hear sound somewhere, and that didn't really work. I actually contacted support and said, there's something broken with the plugin, Jazz. And they sent me a beta version, and then there was never an update, actually. I didn't buy AI plugin first. I don't either. I have some older Isotope stuff and never use it. How are you doing, Jazz? Oh, Jazz gonna get the my sample here.
Hi.
Hello.
Guido has a lot of EQs, and can't tell you that. Too many. Me too. But sometimes you get. Yesterday I was testing around a bit some EQs, and I loaded some from Tukun. Just there were 3, and from the UI there was one with a fancy UI and 2 more simplistic ones. They did work, but yeah, you can just use them in Reaper. But I do have even though I have multiple installed, I have my preferences already, and always trying to grab. I did get the TDR stuff. The dynamic is interesting, but it's still missing something. So, I don't know. Well, yeah, it's a decision, and you come to a point to really say, should I buy or shouldn't I buy it, or do I wait on a deal? I've seen people actually they're selling licenses, but the problem is, yeah, you're losing money, and sometimes the hassle with the license transfers, and that's not really. I don't want to get too much into that, so I do love my Poltec. Yeah, but it's all preferences. Some might collect just I don't know, hardware looking plugins, and some do like fancy UIs, and some just like free ones, or just like open source plugins. Stop buying plugins and learn what you have already is the best I ever. Yeah, it's true. I have, like, I can give you an example. I have the rent to own from Kilohertz for quite a while, and sometimes I do use the even the effects. Yesterday was testing the car VQ, but I don't really use a lot the faceplant. I'm still on the rent to own. I already bought a few licenses, and there might come a point I just gonna buy the rest, and I might have to look for which preset I'm getting or not, and then just cancel, whatever. And then, yeah, I'm like, I see Alchemy, just everything he does, he grabs Kilohertz, faceplant, Snapheat, Kilohertz, faceplant, just that. And sometimes he uses something else, but presets are good, presets are better. Yeah, but it's like the newfangled audio. It's an under company from that quite famous company that make Black Hole. The other stuff, it's too expensive, and I don't like how it looks. But that's my preferences. Kilohertz is one of the best subscription models out. Yeah, it is. It is interesting. You get, for a few bucks, you get everything, and then you buy a license with the voucher. And minimal audio has the same option. It's a bit more expensive, but with minimal audio, you get the whole. I'm paying, what is it, 15 bucks a month, and they do release quite often new stuff and new sound banks and new effects, and already have some perpetual licenses. Kai Jürgen. But it's added monthly, and then once you say, oh, I got a certain amount, to just buy the rest of the licenses, and then I do nothing know about the subscription model. Now, minimal audio and Kilohertz. Nenko is here.
Hi.
Hello.
That's even UVI. I could do like dash glitch and just use some. I think he had very minimal sound packs that he bought, and not using the sonic pass, and just wait out on a deal and grab some stuff that I like. But as long as I can afford it, well, it looks like, yeah, I still can afford it. I will continue, but that's my choice. I could actually, like with Loop Cloud, sometimes I think, I'm not using that much samples at the moment. I just cancel the subscription for a while. That's pretty much okay. I still can load the stuff I bought. So, but yeah, with UVI, if I cancel, I can't use it. I need to rather sample or render the audio out if I got a project. That's the downside of subscription. Yeah. So, because I was thinking, yeah, like Nenko use Reason, I could reactivate Reason Plus for the rack, but for that I might need to cancel the Loop Cloud and then reactivate Reason Plus. But yeah, baby, but not for the moment. Maybe someday, I don't know, when I'm in the mood. I do like the rack. Must say it's pretty cool. So, I got some distortion on the drum. But the beam is subtle. I could actually send the maracas. Let's send the maracas. Where is it? The maracas, I will send it to the beam. You can get a bit more glitchy stuff going on here. Wait. Yeah, it's quite fun when you say fun percussion. It's actually just a recording of a very basic presets from the CI-78. And yesterday I was thinking, might need to make some adjustments to use the routing and multi-effects to get it a bit more interesting without doing too much cutting around. I still have the dynamic EQ. I don't need it there. I might need that on here though. But first we're gonna make a short break. I'm gonna save it. Which means grape. It deleted 100 videos today from my channel. Did upload a blues song. 100. Yeah, I actually, funny enough, she deleted 100. I just deleted like I had 3 or 4 that I did upload years ago that I should have actually nobody watched. It wasn't music related, and yeah, I did delete it. But deleting, there was a guy who had a channel who was doing live stream. I already talked about this guy, and he actually deleted his YouTube channel. And I was, why is he not giving? Because I knew he was active, not really active on the Reaper Discord, and suddenly disappeared. The YouTube channel was gone, and suddenly a few months ago he reappeared. He changed a bit of his name. Now it's Genuine Music something, and said okay. He's still doing very experimental. He's publishing music videos. I don't think he's streaming anymore. But he was kind of trying to force success or getting people to watch. But we do know how YouTube works, and if you know Projector, who had recently decided to get a second job because like Data Bros did. Data Bros had some financial issues about a year ago, and he said, yeah, shit, I have some problem. But he's not the only one. There was a guy, he doesn't publish a lot, who made interesting videos about Studio One. He had a series about Bitwig, and he made a series about DaVinci, the video editor, and suddenly published a video He said, I'm going to stop because he made some money with it during the lockdown. He was selling courses, also to do online teaching and stuff. And after the lockdown, everything with COVID slowed down, and yeah, he suddenly didn't get any money coming in, and he had to suddenly decided to make a second channel with some fitness videos and training and stuff. He's an ex American soldier who lives in Thailand, I think. I said, oh yeah, yeah, he needs some income, but yeah. You can get rich on YouTube, but doing it as a main income is far, far too irregular to some maybe have enough fans like Ben Jordan with the Patreons and stuff. But even the guy I know that Tilda Sounds, he has a channel about Bitwig, and he also had courses on Udemy, I think. And he recently, apparently, he did see that no one is actually, or not many, buying the courses. So he made a decision to actually have uh, a subscriber thing on YouTube, so you can get members only videos. And he uploaded the whole thing he did on Udemy. Now you get members only on YouTube, but apparently it's still not really working. But YouTube is, a lot of people actually want free stuff. Some might get fans that subscribe and pay a few bucks. But if you do a subscription like he did, the whole tier was $24 to get access to the whole. That's a lot of money. Just for regular subscriber, you can do plays and have access and have change description and downloads. Yeah, but it's always a lot of, even if you have Patreon, and it's a lot of work to actually make content. And yeah, Projector said he tries to even to get a part-time job and have an income, a more regular income, and still doing YouTube, because social media and income, that's a lot of, many people think that's, well, I'm gonna make a video. First you need to get subscribers, then people watching them, views, to get actually something coming in, and more views and interesting content, and then always feeding the algorithm, doing shorts, doing live stream sometimes, then do a new tutorial video every 2, 3, 4 days, multiple times a week, to feeding the algorithm. That's not even for myself. I could just, okay, I'm streaming on Sundays when I got time, and I'm mostly streaming when I'm in the mood. I'm not making money out of it, but then the internet is dying. So yeah, it's to make money. It's a lot of work, and sometimes, and even if you have a successful channel, like many do, and suddenly something changes, you might get, like it happened to that Adam Steele, who had a Reaper related channel and doing also hardware stuff and guitars and stuff. He even made videos with Glenn Fricker, and he has a studio. And suddenly, yeah, he said, I'm stopping. I'm not deleting the channel, but I'm stopping making content because I got a job at Apogee. And I don't have the time. I got a regular job. Sorry. And even there was a repo channel, IDDQ, who was making quite crazy, interesting content. And suddenly, apparently, he got a very busy job in a studio. Yeah, he didn't even say there was no bye-bye video. He did just stop making content. Like Bathymetrics, who made content for Bitwig, and she got screwed over with the Bitwig content and he decided, screw Bitwig, I'm stopping. There was no really bye-bye, and for over a year, no content. Many do, so it's not like Dolly Parton sang 9 to 5 job. That social media, that isn't the case. So let's take a break. I'll be shortly back. I'm back. So knows what happens. That's something with the live stream of Annie. Yeah, I think he had some hardware problems. I don't know Buffermetrics. Yeah, it has been. I think he's. It's a she. I thought it was a he, but it was. I think she's transsexual. I think. But the voice is like me. It's disturbing. She made quite a huge content for Bitwig for quite a while, and suddenly stopped without giving much explanation. There's plenty of. There was a Reaper channel. I think it was a Dutch guy who actually made for quite a while very interesting videos, and then he just stopped. And I was watching his last video where he actually said he was taking a break, and I did comment on the video, are you doing okay? And he responded, yeah, I'm planning something. And since then, nothing really happened. Like there's another Dutch guy who made for years and years content for Reason. And yeah, he did make 2 or 3 videos where he was ranting about AI and stuff. He's stopping, and yeah, that's typical. No, Andy, they made a jam with Garen. Who else was on there? Anna Motion and someone else. And suddenly he had some technical problems. Poor Andy. Bitwig is the other door I will eventually get my hands on. You install the demo and see if it works for you. It's totally different to Reason. But if you're used to the rack and how the rack works in Reason, you might find Bitwig interesting with the grid. That's like a modular synthesizer and effect thing built in Bitwig. It doesn't look like the rack, but you can make quite some crazy stuff with it. And the modulation, of course. And I do have Bitwig, but I'm just not getting used to the workflow. I tried, and yeah, sadly, the last update, the 5.3, I can't get because I had to pay for the upgrade plan, and it's far too expensive. Can't even like it, but I can't afford it all. Yeah, it's still like almost 500. There are other more limited version. I think they had Bitwig 2 or 3 different versions, like FL Studio, but yeah, I like Unscripted. I did get it through Splice, the rent to own. That's like I paid $15 a month. I subbed to Reason Plus already. Yeah. Maybe adding another payment. Yeah. Still, for myself, I decided I'm sticking with Reaper at the moment. And if I had like problems like when I want to use Spark, that actually doesn't really quite work well in Reaper, I still can load the standalone and then just drag the samples over into Reaper. 15 bucks, 14 something. I think it's almost the same price if you rent to own Cubase on Splice. So 15, not 50. 15. I do it in French. 15. 15 a month for 2 years, yeah. And you get, like unscripted, you get, I did get, once my payment was done, I did get a permanent license, and there was still, I was still getting updates until July 2024. And strangely enough, I did get some updates after that. But yeah, the 5.3, I would need to, at the moment, would need to pay 169. That's way too expensive for a 1-year upgrade plan. No thanks. For what I'm using it's not worth it. So, yeah, that's, I might grab an upgrade plan on sale on a Black Friday, but I'm not sure yet. I'm still might grab something else, but make sure I can eat my cats too. Maybe, yeah, it's like someone else said in a stream. I think it was on Viral Beats, when someone said, "Yeah, music can be an expensive hobby, no matter if you're doing software or hardware or just instruments. That's not less optimal. It's not necessary. Nothing missed." Yeah, I already wrote on Odo Sendado Kai's Discord. I said, nah, it's not really worth upgrading just to get some new, I wouldn't say even new, yeah, they had drum modules and a few new effects. It still works. I don't need the upgrade. I have enough drum machines that I just could work. Because upgrades, I know for a fact that the keyboardist from Marillion, he still uses, funny enough, Cubase 7. I was seeing a video on a documentary on their special edition CD, DVD, and he said, "Yeah, I'm doing all my composition and layouts in Cubase 7, and I never upgraded. It still works." So, yeah, it's, some say, oh, like even OS, oh, you need to upgrade. It's security system. That might work for companies but private persons. I'm not even sure that I will upgrade my to Windows 11 when I hear people having terrible problems with it. Even though, oh, the support is, I don't need support. And if I do maybe have some problems, I'm not using, I just got the Defender here. I could install just a third-party antivirus or security system. Still working. People actually still using Windows 7 and what else? No problem with 11 for me. Yeah. I was sticking to Cubase 8.5 until recently. Yeah, and there's still my people that didn't upgrade to Cubase just to get some new stuff. For Sigma, no problems at all. Yeah, I could install it right away if I do. If I just upgrade my BIOS, because when they launched it, it was saying your system isn't. They changed that you still can install it, but if I do just a tiny update on my BIOS, It's, yeah. What do you expect from a DAW? It should simply be quiet and work. Oh, retro gaming emulator. Yeah, that's an. It's always decisions to make. What works and what not. So I got a beat, and now I have to decide. Okay, what are we doing next? Let's actually load the. Not there. I was always doing that. And going back now that I don't need the mix at the moment. Going back to my effects. So maybe do something with samples, like actually had some gritty, glitchy stuff. Let's do let's load the tactic. Let's stick with glitchy. I could. Let's load my loop cloud here. At the end of the day, it's a workstation. Oh no, Windows slash anyway, I have to pay for one more. Oh, no, das workstation. Oops. Loop cloud. We have something glitchy. But I need some. Maybe I got some color base. Let's show pack. Dubstep. One shots. There are not a lot of one shots here. No, not really. That's just loops. Or is there something else? Oh, there's more. Percussion. One shots. Let's use that one. Huh? One, two, three, and four. Might just stick with four. Let's solo that. I'm still on looping. Let's let's see. I thought there was a randomized sampler, sounds, controls, pattern. No, that's not. Let's see. Probability and triggers. Might need to change the. Or let's load something else. Percussion. Not much else. Percussion. Maybe some bass. Oops. Already interesting. Free plugin or how much? The tactic. Let me just check. Mostly I did get the glitch. I'm still want to, because they also sell sound packs for their own, but the sound packs they are quite expensive. There are a huge load of special stuff. Where is it? Tactic 2, already 69 at the moment. So 69. And Glitch Machine makes crazy stuff. Very crazy stuff. There's some sample based, some special effects, very glitchy, experimental. Glitch Machine is the brand, and this one is Tactic 2, and they have all sorts of. I give you the link. Just a moment. Un petit moment. And there's your. Tongue flicking type wrong to your head. I didn't like it much, but I like this one. Yeah, it depends because they do have some let me check the styling. They actually made a new synthesizer. So you get the palindrome is a granular sampler. You got the Quadrant 2 is a processor, is a kind of multi-effect. And there is Cataract 2 is a multiplexer. Still, you have to load samples. And then you got Polygon 2, Sampler 2. Subword is multi-effect, very crazy. Then you got Tactic, Cryogen, Fracture XT, Convex. You could compare them to unfiltered audio, but even more crazy. And especially from the UI design, it can be very complex. Some is actually modular, and you can get 2 effects for free, like fracture and hysteresis. If you do like making glitchy, crazy effects, I would recommend just trying first the free ones, and then they are available at Plugin Boutique, and sometimes there is a sale. The new synths, I almost, and then I said, it's an FM synth with some typical glitch machine added stuff. Very, very experimental. I know that Treat you used it for a few times. Even Data Bros did make a stream with it, but I wouldn't buy it. I would just buy that synthesizer if you're really into crazy sound manipulation with FM. But otherwise, there are plenty FM synthesizers. I'm liking most of their stuff, like where you can. It functions a bit like the HY plugin, the HY slicer, but HY slicer it's a slicer who you can slice loops. This one you can load loops, but it works best with one shots. Viral Beats, the man from my past.
Hi.
Hello.
So, but to understand it, because the manuals are a bit like it could be done better, but once you hit the random stuff, it can get quite fun. And then you have the effects. That is a bit more special, especially in the Tactic 2. So to understand it, you get a sequencer, and then it loads the samples, and when there is this, it randoms some sample, and this really I think it's would need to see the manual what this actually is. This is the probability, and then you get the different like stretch and description what it is. This is loop, this is reverbs, chorus, attack, decay, there's a cut, there's a resonant filter, there's a normal filter, there's an amplification, and a panning. Then you can actually, per sample, say, okay, I want to loop it and stuff like that. A bit like the HY slicer, but HY slicer does it differently with envelopes. So either it plays the sample fast, slow, or it glitches around and stuff like that. It's kind of same, but you can actually with let me just check something. I think this one is global. There's a shuffle because, for example, if you have longer samples, you can actually when you're affecting this, it also affects the sequence here with the effects. So depending, like here's the loop size, you can decide, okay, for example, here I got, these are the global effects. So it goes through that range. Any loops the sample like half, 3, and you can go crazy like a 100. It's really glitch stuff. If I make this from scratch, in Reason might need to have, depending if you have focus enough. Yeah, you might. I think with the rack, it would be possible to actually load very complex picture of some Reason mask can help me, but might be tried. Yeah, it's might do a complex rack with sampling and effects. It is possible, but a lot of work included. So that's why they make such plugins. But I'm still not using it a lot. I did use something else. I do prefer the HY slicer, but I do prefer the HY slicer, the first version, because they updated to version 2, and I wasn't. It's okay, but I miss something, like in the first version, because there's no like HY slicer. The first version had an auto slice because it's detecting the transitions, and you can slice it on different lengths and do very complicated depending on the loop you're using. And yeah, if you like that kind of glitchy looping, I know there are other sampler slicers out there, like where you actually play the samples per note. Like the initial audio slicer was actually, it has a built-in sequencer. You can do the same thing in HY slicer, but in the initial audio slicer, it was more convenient where you can lay out different MIDI notes where it plays the samples, because this one is more random. And the HY slicer is random too. You can control, you can make a very simple slice and very complex with the effects, and can go totally crazy. The initial audio is more when you're making beats for hip hop, and because it has built-in bass and drums, it's kind of like a groove box kind of thing. I mean, note generation, which, yeah, I think it's quite possible with the tools in Reason. So Long decay mode. Ah, I think that's new. I might know. I could actually, let's try a bit with the effects. Because I've never actually tried them. Off to master, on to aux bus. So I do get it right that you go 1, 2, and should actually do that to send it. I think I get it. I think I get it. Kinda. Now I don't get something. It is very subtle. It's not like before. And without the effects. Maybe filter. Ah. Was the filter. Was the filter for doing something weird. Let's see. Like a bit crusher. It can get very glitchy. I still don't get that routing. Maybe the green is off. I think. Yeah, the green is off. It doesn't say. Cheers, Nenko. Until next stream or video. How does it white see and keep on pushing with the Dutch accent and keep pushing. I might need more filter. and go totally crazy. The number is a bit disturbing. what it doesn't mean, but yeah. Now it's really crazy. Pretty crazy. DL is here. DL will get his sample too.
Hi.
Hello.
Let loose make electronic synthetic sound. Yeah. Yeah, because that was actually my plan. I'm still talking too much. But it's not. It's I'm trying to get more into like a bit like alchemy does, like producing and doing like a talk show and talking to you lovely crazy people out there. And actually also not always starting from scratch and keeping the stuff and evolving onto new versions and slowly adding stuff and trying different things, and not just, oh, let's test that brand of plugins and this plugin. Actually, really, like I always said, let's use the stuff I have, and really, because I have so much stuff, actually really using it to make stuff. Like, I have Tactic, even the first version, for so long, and I used it a few times. And sometimes you still go back to certain plugins, and yeah. Then you buy a new one. Oh, new toy. So we got some glitchy. And now I don't want to use the glitchy stuff. Maybe I could. Let's add an effects thing. Like that. And I send already my audio, and I'm going to add the granulizer here. I'm waiting for a glitch program that sounds natural and musical. Yeah. It depends. I did make stuff like a bit of beats and samples in the HY slicer. When you don't go too crazy with the effects, it still sounds a bit like chopping up beats. But once you get into the crazy random stuff, it doesn't, it doesn't sound like a melodic. It really goes into the FX Twin kind of direction, or Tacker and all that IDM craziness. So it all depends on maybe how you use the tools, because with initial audio slicer, you can stay very musical but not very glitchy. So it's always depending on, even if you use a Serato sampler, you still can chop up loops, but it depends on the musical style you're looking for. If you're doing like beats like in hip hop, or that does more cutting up loops and samples and stabs and stuff like that. But if you're doing, like recently I watched a video, didn't subscribe his channel, I think he's German, because most of his content is very Ableton specific. He was talking about doing certain stuff, and even talking about compression and stuff like that. And he had a track we already made in Ableton, and it was very, very techno, and he already had just the beat was a layer of four different layers just for the beat, for the kick. And when you heard the whole track, you did hear the rumble, that typical techno rumble, that you can actually achieve with a delay too. But he added textures that were more subtle, that might be something that you would hear in a good club sound, probably, and not so much somewhere in a car or something like that, or on a phone with headphones. It's too subtle. You still, you get the kick and the rumble, and then you got some noisy stuff. And that's what I'm trying to do, also layering sounds to make it a bit more interesting, even though it's still not adding too much, like different instruments that they totally sound different. And when I'm lost, that, oh shit, that, I added something that actually doesn't fit. Like most of the time. So with the granulizer, let's see if it works. Now let's like, for example, this one. It's more subtle. It's rhythmic. I can't say it's not glitchy. I can't say it's not glitchy. Let's already. I could actually just do a recording like this long. Let's record. I'm going to record the stereo. This one actually normally should actually do the output, and this one there's no output. Let's record that stuff. Glitchy stuff. I still need to play around with the volume later, but now it actually sounds like the result I was looking for to change the very simple old school sounding drums from the CI-78 into very glitchy, crazy, granular kind of stuff. See? But I still need to watch quite a few videos. I don't really like because the Shaperbox videos from BT, he makes a lot of shorts. I'm not really a fan of the short format. It may be good to make some promotion and stuff. And when I'm watching a video, I want to have an explanation like 10 or 15 minutes to what is actually possible or doing, and not just like 30 seconds. That's what's a bit annoying, kind of. So we got some glitchy beats. We can actually unrecord it. We got some glitchy stuff that we can actually duplicate. So you don't need to record it. And actually, let's move it here. And we get some glitchy beats going on. And I could actually, for the moment, get rid of the unloaded plugins. I already have, let's see, that's the glitch 1 grain. Like that. And I might, if I on the tactic to add some texture, because I wanted to try. I'm not sure where did I put it. Noise generator. There it is. Here. Oops, there was some noise here. I thought I had managed presets. That's the main. Percussion. Maybe add some sizzle. Preset. Funky Bassman. Preset. Ever see that thing? I thought. Let me just check something. I thought I had. Shop expansion. Dirt and noise. I think it's yeah, that's dirt and noise. I need to check my account here. I knew I did buy some presets. So 2 items. Dirt and yeah, that's the percussive. It's a bit that might be this. Because I thought no, that's not it. No. Lower should be, I see, kick processors, dirt and hum. I think it's this. Okay. I get how they are actually. Yeah, there's just 2 preset packs I did get because I actually had something also for the yeah, that's just the deep space for the infiltrator. I need to might get the rhythmic gates and maybe the baseline factory too. How much is there? Oh, 17. I might grab these 2 next. Personally, I love presets, especially on soft. Yeah, it's there's also always the debate. Should you use presets or make your... I'm not a sound designer. I might do sound design in a method once I get something laid out, a beat or like these glitchy effects, because I do like work a lot with samples and sequences and those kind of things, like the glitch machine stuff and the HY slices and all those crazy things, and then adding textures and other effects to make it even more crazy or whatever I have in mind. But I'm not not familiar with especially soft synthesizers to go in and start totally from scratch, because I'm not even sure what sound I'm looking for. So I'm going to the presets and then, oh, that's interesting, that might fit. Then I might tweak it because I do know some details on how they work and how to adapt it. Because sometimes you find a preset and said, the sound is interesting, but something missing. Something should be, yeah, I can adapt it. Or even just changing the attack, the release and the decay and stuff like that, or the filtering or whatever it's suiting. But really, like loading face plants and totally starting from scratch with oscillators or samples or whatever, or granular patch. I tried it, but I don't really like the result. I'm not like when I'm watching Alchemy doing his patches from scratch in Faceplant. He has he's searching for a specific sound, a gritty bass or wheeze or kick or snare, and then he works in tons of effects and modulation to get all that crazy stuff he wants. I do have a lot of tools where I can do that, but I have not the time. I could make a stream like on Saturday or Sunday for 8 hours and just fickle around with one synthesizer and making a patch from scratch probably without any great result. I tried with Quanta and Quanta 2, the granular synthesizers from forgot the name. Oh my goodness, forgotten. Audio Damage. And it's pretty simple. Granular synthesizers, I do get how they work. I load a sample and then tweak around. I could do the same in Faceplant. I could actually get it working. I tried it in Pigments too, but I tried it in Falcon. That was a total mess. That didn't work out at all. And I tried it in an M Sound Factory because it has a granular engine. That didn't work out. It was so complicated to actually find the thing like, can I move the grains around and all the modulation. It was getting so complicated searching for the ingredients that I gave up. Oh my goodness. Can I get a result quite quickly or not? So that's why I have enough choice to get the presets I want, and I can tweak them, and then yeah. In hardware, since it might be different, I know that Viral Beats, when he does it, when he made it with Hydra Sins or the Mini Freak, that's different. You get your buttons and you play around and tweak here and do an arpeggio, and it's different. But with soft synths, kind of similar, but it's, I don't know, for me at least, it's more difficult. So yeah, I got preset choice. Why not use them? Let others do the work and me using it. And as long as I do like paying, I did get presets for free, of course, when I can grab a few. And if I even bought a preset, I think it was for the Yuhi Sins, the Diva. I actually, because I heard it was a collaboration between Luftrum and Martin Stürzer, and he did make a video about it. Said, that's a preset. Because I know the Luftrum presets are a bit more expensive than others, mostly around $10-15 And the Lofttrom is double price already. And you get other soft skins like when you look at the preset packs for Avenger, that's like 60, 69. Yeah, that's I wouldn't pay that for preset pack. 15, 30, that's my limit. Not more. I bought a lot of preset packs for my stuff from Dawson and Traction on sale because they're mostly 30 per preset pack. Then it fits. I wouldn't pay full price because then I just buy one and then I wait another moment to buy another one. Otherwise I bought 4 in a row. But yeah. So, texture. I had the add sizzle. Might dirt, space beds, babbling, broken, deep and airy, echoes of Detroit. If I don't duplicate. I'm slowly getting it. Just so I know from Lord Cannon to ask, can you use a new song to put it on AI and prove it? Improving my song. Beacon 3 Artillery just launched a 50% off sale. All their software and presets. Ooh. I got my payment tomorrow. Software, I already have one. I'm still waiting on the. It might come soon, I hope. I'm still waiting on the V Collection 11. I think it's 11. Was it 10? I know that I have 10. I need to check. I'm already lost. I doubt there will be an upgrade on the FX collection anytime soon. But the V collection, they might release something new still. I'm not sure if they're working on something. But some presets, I'll have to check some cinematic stuff. And Lord Cannon wants to. He means the one that I put on YouTube, Da Vinci. The last one, the popcorn jam for SOR. He wants to use my song. I don't have any real copyright on it. As long as Lord Cannon will not get me a copyright strike on my own copyright thing. Like Venus Theory did with he made tracks and then made copies of it with AI, and he copyright striked his own stuff. That was quite actually crazy. So yeah, I'm slowly getting how this thing actually works. No need to sidechain actually. Or we're not doing too much gaming, eh? Then we got some texture. Yeah, with a business model. Lots of AI company to put up a copy. Yeah, that's with AI stuff. It's a bit crazy, and you don't even have. When it recently, I've seen a lot of videos popping up where you see titles like "Someone Stole My Music," like the guy who was doing he's doing ambient music with guitar, and he got copyright strikes from a company, and it did resolve, but it was a lot of clients, yeah, it's not really making things easier for creators, and apparently there's a lot of scams and fraud going on, especially coming from the Eastern Bloc and Asia, because he was copyright striked by a company who did sit in China, I think. They claimed something that was totally untrue. But they still, they send copyright strikes to claims on YouTube, and YouTube doesn't verify and all that. Glad my channel is still small enough to not get too much attention. But I have, because YouTube should actually make a better system, because you got the standard YouTube license. You had to go to maybe read the text, what it actually means, and then you get another license, but there's no real Creative Commons license, and you got so many stages of Creative Commons. Can I rework it, remix it, republish it? Do I have to give credit and all that stuff? But with AI, it's getting it's with every art now, with graphics. I use AI for my graphics, but I'm not making money with it. So I'm like, I would generate some graphics for my thumbnails or whatever, and I selling that thing for a certain amount. Yeah, you make money with it. But when you are making money with your content, and then someone said, "Oh, yeah, that's mine." No, it's not. I made that. Claiming, and then, or taking it and changing it and then claiming for your own. But like those guys doing mashups, or I'm making a beat like Drake, and then just using AI to generate his voice. That's I get it, using AI, because now you got AI for sound effects. Like, okay, I want to type a prompt, and you get certain, to be more lazy, like using presets to get some sound effects, or maybe like Lord Cannon does with his AI sample making, to creating songs. I know he's into the technical stuff, but he might forget the implementations of using AI. And I'm using AI for my graphics, but machine learning, I don't have really, except the isotope stuff for the mixing stuff. I don't let it too much in. Or if they find a guy with similar voice as Drake and try train the software on him. Yeah, but it's the thing is, copyright is already, it's not like many things. Sometimes the problem is, in a world of the internet, copyrights and laws are, when you got a global economy, global art is shared all over the world, and it's pretty. And then you got still local laws, and how is it here, and how is it in that country? It's, they don't make global laws. They can't even work together on certain things. Then imagine working on copyrights, and it's not really easy. You could say it's out there, do whatever you want, but then comes, I still want to make money with it. Because as soon as, that's the same discussion when hip hop was getting big. All these artists sampled all kinds of things from the 60s, 70s, and records they found all over the place. And doing their beats and samples with the Kai MPC and whatever. And suddenly, yeah, they publishing the stuff without even giving too much thought about copyrights. They just sampled the stuff. They said, well, yeah, I found a record in a secondhand shop and, paid for the record. I sampled it and, I'm making a beat with it. And then suddenly comes a lawyer. Oh, hey, I'm the lawyer of such and such. You stole that stuff. I need my money. Human greed. I always say human greed. Like, oh, I invented something. And someone comes, wait, I did make the same thing. You copied me. I want my money back. Oh, greed. We know how that works. Human greed. Oh, money. Like someone, oh, I made a platform. You can load up your music, but the money is mine. You just get 0.003% per million streams. The rest of the millions are mine. All for myself, for my yacht, for my big apartment and my castle in the Alps. All mine. Wait, you want money? Do more music. Upload more. Make music with AI. It's cheaper. Humans are usually inspired by others, but now it's just a machine doing it. Yeah. It's a very, very, like you said, a very blurry line. Yeah, but I think all music always be done like, even I remember reading somewhere when the blues revolution came up in the UK, because all these white guys like Cream and Clapton and even the Stones and the Beatles, they had their influence from the records they imported. They bought in some import shops in Liverpool or whatever, from all these black bluesmen from the US. Nobody knew about them, and then suddenly these guys get a phone call. Would you like to play in the UK? And this guy, what? I'm famous there. Said, yeah. Oh, in America, I'm not. So they always, influenced and even like doing cover versions. And who gets the money? Oh, shit. That guy died 20 years ago. Yeah, laws, copyrights, and stealing. And if everything would be free, there was some guy who actually made a few years back, he made a video about if money would be gone, non-existent, everything is free, what would happen? I think that wouldn't actually work with humans. Because, imagine you wouldn't need to work to get money, or that was kind of the idea. We have some kind of technical possibilities to actually make it work, or trading, and not because we have to get to work to pay for food, for shelter, and the car, this, electricity, heating, the lights, and we pay for everything, so we have to work. Someone else has to work to make that thing going. Someone else has to work to pay for food and make food. It's, humans invented something hard to get, and then, yeah, like I said, greed. Someone wants more. Someone wants everything. Someone wants to control everything. Lots of money. And it's actually just numbers and paper. It's not really actually worth something. Actually, a banana is worth, yeah, it's food, you can eat it. But like someone actually, I don't know who, there was someone actually said, you can't eat money. I think it was an Indian, Native American who said, you can't eat money because he had some state officials who wanted to give him money for something he apparently owned, and they wanted it, and you want money, and he said, I can't eat money, just paper. Yeah. It's a discussion for, you can discuss all that kind of stuff for ages. You can't change human nature anyway, so let's get more money. I will make a hit with this and make millions of it. A huge pile of money. Huge pile of green dollars and euros and gold, like in Fort Knox. And then I'd be afraid if someone actually wants to grab my pile of money. It's mine all for myself. I'm actually kind of happy with the result, but we still can work on that. So we're gonna keep that for because Da Vinci Girl was asking for stream on Friday. That might still happen. I might even try. I should have some Kershaw EQ. Probably. Not much else. I got stuff on my plugin boutique list that's still not on sale. So I'm waiting. Might grab a few things from like Viral Reset from Arturia. I did buy quite a few presets, mostly pigment stuff. I actually did grab the new presets from Alex Reed. Oh, quite interesting. And yeah, that's pretty much it. There's pretty much interesting cinematic ambientish stuff on Arturia. And of course all that stuff from Vicious Antelope. And I'm still looking to grab the Dune 3, still on my to grab list in the next few months. Yeah, it's $200. Bit expensive, so then I have to actually try to upgrade my system. I have to get the MIDI in-out thing to get my hardware going. The year is young, and I'm greedy for more stuff. So it's saved. Let's map it up. Yeah. So I'm definitely gonna keep that. I might need to cut things up a bit and do maybe some modulation anyway. And then might add some, let's see if I add some samples or crazy good stuff. Or bass or let's see. I think SOR are streaming very soon, so gonna join them. So yeah, probably see on Friday. Good chance, and otherwise on Sunday. So have fun, have a nice. It's still Thursday. Mardi. Yeah. Dienstag. So, see you on Friday. Cheers and bye-bye. Thanks for watching. Shout out from Notrum. 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 So. Cheers and see you soon. Bochum. Bochumwelt. I like that project. You know that? Bochumwelt. Interesting. Oops.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.